Ever wondered who the first warriors were that walked the earth? Let's travel back in time, way back to the cradle of civilization, to the land of Mesopotamia. Here, the Sumerians, some of the earliest known warriors, held their ground, wielding weapons of bronze and copper. Their tactics were simple, yet effective, relying heavily on the phalanx formation, a tight-knit, shielded wall of soldiers that could move as one. They were the backbone of the Sumerian society, guardians of their cities, and pioneers in the art of warfare. Their weapons, though primitive by today's standards, were revolutionary for their time. From the bronze dagger to the copper axe, they were the first to harness the power of metal in battle. Their impact was profound, shaping not only their society but also the very essence of warfare itself. And so, with their bronze shields and copper weapons, the Sumerians set the stage for the warriors to come, each more advanced and more deadly than the last. From the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, let's travel further east to the mighty empire of China. In the heart of this ancient civilization, we unearth the legacy of the Terracotta Army, a silent battalion of warriors eternally guarding China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. Each soldier, unique in countenance, was armed with weaponry crafted with meticulous precision. From crossbows to swords, each weapon was a testament to the advanced metallurgical skills of the era. But it's not just the weapons that intrigue us, it's the strategic formations that these clay soldiers were arranged in, reflecting the military tactics of the time. The Terracotta Army showcases the discipline and organization that were the hallmarks of Qin's regime. These formations, a silent testament to the might of the ancient Chinese military, were designed to protect the emperor in his afterlife. The Terracotta Army, standing guard in the afterlife, represents the pinnacle of ancient Chinese military might. From the east we now journey to the rugged landscapes of ancient Greece. Here a unique breed of warriors emerged, the Spartans. Born into a world of discipline and hardship, these warriors were more than just fighters, they were a way of life. From the tender age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their families and thrust into the decode, a rigorous military training program. This was a life of austerity, endurance, and resilience, where survival of the fittest was more than just a concept. It was a daily reality. Their legendary status in history was hard-earned, through blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Their most famous stand, the Battle of Thermopylae, saw a mere 300 Spartans hold off an army of thousands. Outnumbered and outmatched, they fought to their last breath, embodying the Spartan ethos of courage and honor. The Spartans, with their valor and sacrifice, have left an indelible mark in the annals of warfare. Our journey now takes us to the grand stage of the Colosseum in ancient Rome. In this colossal amphitheater, gladiator warriors, both revered and reviled, battled for their lives. These men, often slaves or prisoners of war, underwent rigorous training at gladiatorial schools. They learned the art of combat, mastering a variety of weapons and learning to exploit the weaknesses of their opponents. Their fights were not merely blood sport, they were a form of theater, a spectacle that mirrored the martial values of Rome. Each clash of steel, each defiant stand, was a testament to courage, discipline, and the will to survive. Among these warriors, some names echo across the millennia. Spartacus, the Thracian who led a rebellion, or Flamma, the Syrian slave who won his freedom 4 times, yet chose to remain a gladiator. Their stories continue to captivate us, as do the tales of countless others whose names have been lost to time. The gladiators, although often slaves, held a certain allure and fascination for the Roman populace. Our journey through history brings us to the brave warriors of the Middle Ages. The medieval knights, emblematic figures of courage, honor, and dignity, were more than just warriors. They embodied a code of chivalry, a blend of martial prowess and high moral standards. This code bound them to protect the weak, serve their lord, and maintain faith in their religious beliefs. Their tactics were as formidable as their values. Knights were trained to fight in formations, utilizing their heavy cavalry to charge at their enemies, instilling fear and chaos. Their weaponry was equally impressive. From their well-known long swords to the formidable lances, each weapon had its purpose in the battlefield. 2 significant events often come to mind when discussing these knights: the Crusades, religious wars that spanned 2 centuries, and the Battle of Agincourt, where English knights, heavily outnumbered, won a decisive victory against the French. The knights of the Middle Ages, with their chivalry and courage, are the perfect end to our journey through the ages of warriors.